is everybody doing?
How are you today?
Look, guess who's back again. Mommy's back. So tell a friend. Oh my god, guys. Me and mom are doing my favorite thing at the moment, which is food.
I don't think you want to show people. That's
the whole point of a mukbang, ma'am. You're meant to eat
a food bang.
A mukbang.
What does that mean?
I don't know. So right now we're having burgers.
Burger and chips, guys.
Burgers and chips.
I would not business eating a burger.
Mama's supposed to be starting a diet, but I low-key finessed her.
No, seriously, guys, I'm going on a diet. I'm going on.
I said to mom, we're pregnant. We're still pregnant. So we're enjoying our pregnancy, guys. Actually, speaking of pregnancy, you guys wanted mom to do a story time about her pregnancy story. I'm just here as a side piece, guys. I'm here as a side piece to just, you know, hear the gist of. This is a healthy burger. It's got salad and cheese.
You know what? I need something to put my feet up. I find it very difficult to sit on these chairs. They're so high. But anyway, I'll try.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Because you're fat. It's the fat genes that are talking in you.
If I ate something and close your eyes, oh my god.
Anyway, back to the matter.
Open and close.
Touch your toes. Right, so a few of you have been, you know the thing about our YouTube family here, we've got statisticians and mathematicians and research fellows. Some of you went and did your additions, your maths, everything, and came and realized that actually my, you know, now that I'm 40 and, you know, my kids are in their 20s and they established that.
Sign don't add up. The maths does not add up. 1 + 1 is not 2. It's 25.
Yeah. You know, if there was a program in Zimbabwe, if there was a program, Teen Moms, I would have been.
Mom would have been on it.
Yeah, because I'm
16 and pregnant.
Got pregnant at 16. That's why my kids are old. I had my daughter when I was 16, almost 17. And that's why I'm almost, you know, that's why I'm this young and fabulous.
Lily, you're young and fabulous, Mom.
No, I'm not young and
Very
fabulous.
young and fabulous.
I don't feel it, guys. Since turning 40, my knees have been telling me otherwise. So, you know, way back then in 1994, that's when I was pregnant and I gave birth in 1995. So it was not the same situation as we have here. And I think this is why my attitude to Messi having a baby is very, very different. Because, you know, when they reached 18, I literally twerked and I said, thank the Lord. I've bust case in it. Also, I've always reflected on my own relationship with my own parents, which was very, very different. And that time when I was growing up was the most acceptable way of raising children. You know, number one, sexual education was non-existent. I don't think my mother ever referred to my vagina as a vagina. Or we ever spoke about vaginas to start off with.
There was no bees and bears talk.
No, it was just something that, you know, you figured out yourself. And most of the things I knew then about sex, I heard from my friends. And guys, some of the things we used to tell each other are the most interesting and wonderful things. You know, like things like if you do it one time, you know, you never get pregnant. And if you ask your boyfriend just to put the tip only, you're fine. And one of my favorite ones was that as soon as you finish doing it, you stand up and you jump. It will not happen.
That's so ridiculous.
I know. And at that age, we obsess so much on, you know, sex and anything to do with sex, because the information was, you know, very scarce and no one ever sort of like sat down with you and told you, fam,
what you're doing.
There is absolutely nothing to write home about. It might be the worst 10 seconds of your life or whatever. No one, we didn't have that. And you know what? Not at any point am I blaming my parents, because if you ask anyone who's around my age, probably their experience is the same. my parents didn't know any better themselves, you know, and all they did was bash sex. And your mom is telling you, oh, sex is really bad, and you're going to school. You're going to school, and all of your friends. Like, I had one notorious friend, guys. Let me tell you about her. Let's call her Fiona for this. Fiona was really bad, but I thought Fiona was the goddess of it all. Fiona would come to school on Monday and say to me, oh, you know what? Oh God, I can't even walk right now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, oh, I had so much sex with like 20 boys. And I would look at her and I would say, wow. And I was like, so when have you been having, since when did you start having sex? You were like, since I was like 9, I've just been having sex. And I'm like, and she was my go-to, she was my Google. And now, knowing what I know, sometimes I chuckle and I just go, Fiona, if I was ever going to meet you, I'm going to slap you. Because she'd say things like, oh, you know, at break time I had such a headache from all the sex I had, so I had to go out and smoke. And I thought, up until the time I left school, I thought Fiona smoked. I don't think she even smoked in her life. But so she was so good. She was the queen of what do you call it? The queen of misinformation. She would tell you
things that aren't true.
Yeah, but she was my go-to girl.
We call those fun facts.
Yeah. She was my go-to girl, and I would go and ask questions and she would answer them. So that was my own Wikipedia on sex.
Fiona?
Yeah. So I think when I eventually decided, you know what, Fiona has been telling me all this information, I need to explore myself. I did. And yep, you can sleep with a guy once, and yep, you can be pregnant. That definitely happens. So all you young girls who are here, we've been told once you do it, you jump up and down 10 times. No, that doesn't work, because trust me, I did. I jumped 10, in fact 20 times. I know when I started feeling very unwell, I just thought, what has happened here?
Because you jumped.
Because I jumped. So anyway, right. So when I met and, you know, fell in love with my then husband, who became my husband, I was living with my dad and my stepmom. And I remember it was because my dad used to work away, and I had such an interesting relationship with my stepmom. And my boyfriend, who became the father of my daughter, was the most calming influence in my life. And also, his family were very good to me, you know, and I liked being there because I liked the vibes there. It was very different to my own place where I'd come, you know, because my stepmother used to talk for England, guys. She would talk and talk and talk. And the environment home was very toxic. So obviously I spent so much time with my boyfriend, with the family. I mean, his mom was fantastic to me, and I used to look at this woman with such awe because she was very loving, and, you know, we would spend time together. So anyway, I thought, you know, I've got the blueprint for this. I got this. You know, I'm good in school, only jumped 10 times, so I don't need to worry about this. My family planning is on fleek. So, you know, when I started feeling so unwell, I was like, oh, what has happened here?
What were the signs, Mom?
I woke up one morning and I just, you know when you wake up and you feel like like your whole, you know, from your belly all the way up to your mouth, everything is burning. Like you drank acid the last night. And it was like that. I didn't have morning sickness.
Yeah.
I just woke up with that awful feeling. Or sometimes I would wake up and the room would be spinning. If you've slept drunk, you know that feeling when you lie on the bed and you've been drunk the night before and everything is spinning. I would wake up with that and it would be like that, guys, until the afternoon time. So one of my friends was also my neighbor. I told her about this and she was like, you know, probably if we are anemic or whatever. So, you know, I wanted all the diagnosis going, but I didn't want to know if I was pregnant. So anyway, at this point, it wasn't getting any better. So what I decided to do was to go to the doctors I went to the doctors. The doctor was like, right, I think you're pregnant. So before he finished saying that, I just stood up and I said, you know what? F you, doctor.
Fiona told me to jump 10 times.
I jumped 10 times. There's no way I'll be pregnant. So you and your diagnosis and all your, your urine sample tests. Because when we were growing up, there wasn't any of these readily available pregnancy tests which you can buy over the counter. There wasn't anything like that.
Did you actually walk out?
I did. Because he was wrong. Fiona had told me, well, no way I would be pregnant. So anyway, I went to my mom's because I was, I used to live in between houses. So during the term time, I would live at my dad's. And holiday time, I would go to my mom's. So it was around almost Christmas holiday, I think. I can't remember. No, it wasn't even Christmas. I can't remember. It could have been Easter holidays, but I knew we had a break. So I went to my mom's. So when also I was at my mom's, and I realized that now it's coming to the second month, my period hasn't come. And I thought, you know what, I really don't want to go back to this evil stepmother's house. So I have to tell my mom. So my mom was cleaning the windows, I remember. So I said, Mom, and I thought, let me tell her. I said, nah, not now. I won't tell her now. I'll wait, because in case what if she bangs her head on the window and she breaks it and she commits suicide? So I said I won't tell her. So she was cleaning because some of my uncles were coming to visit that day. So, and my cousins. Yeah, it must have been around Easter time. I can't really remember, but there was a holiday or something going on. So all my cousins, I've got a cousin. I'll call this cousin Tindai. Tindai is daft. I don't think she even knew. If you say to her 1 + 1 equals, you'd say January. Something strange like that. So, every time, when we met, I would have been number one. And my other cousins would have done something amazing. Somebody would have done something amazing for their parents to boast. Tindai was one of those cousins who everybody did anything, and the mom and dad were always ashamed of them. But Tindai used to have very nice clothes because the parents had a bit of money. So we came, and as usual, people are asking, so what was a number? Meaning, what was your class position? And I'll be like, I was number one or whatever. And my mom would be sort of like boasting to say, look, she's the best, isn't she? So we are sitting in there, and I'm thinking, you know what? It was like just after dinner, and we're watching Mvenge, this musical program. And so we're watching it, and I'm just thinking, once this is done, all these people will leave. I know if I tell my mom now, she will not do anything to me because there are people here. So, this song had just finished playing, and there was a silence in the house. And I went, Mom, this is me. This is what I thought I said. I said, Mom, I'm pregnant. But I think I must have shouted it because the room stood still. And remember, I told you Tendai was daft and no fojairo. Tendai was sipping on her juice, and this was Tendai. This was Tendai, right? And I said it, and I was like, it's as if Tendai knew where babies come from. Maybe Tendai was thinking I was being pregnant is having a pimple. It's not like she even understood what I was talking about.
What you were talking about,
but you should have seen her face.
Because the whole room stopped.
I know, you should have seen her face. And she literally, almost, I think in her head, she was actually twerking. And she, when you've been the disappointment of the whole family and somebody just comes.
And the perfect person finally gets it.
Just comes and overtakes you and takes the spotlight away from you. She was like, yes, kind of thing. So she's the one who said, see how shady she was. She was like, what did she? What one in Numbu? Tete. As if everybody had not heard it. She decided to be my mouthpiece. So in English, she said, what did you say? Did you say you were pregnant? Auntie, she's pregnant. Oh, God. And because she was so slow, she didn't even know how to shade. So she had to shout and shout and shout some more. So anyway, you know, no one said much then.
It's one of those when everyone starts saying they're going, they're leaving.
And my uncle, the one who comes just after my mom, literally just said, oh, now it's time to go, Tete, we'll see you later. And people just literally left.
Like, no.
So when they left, I was thinking at this point my mom is going to be like, why did you do that, whatever, or shout at me. I was expecting mom to shout, because that's what I was expecting. But she didn't. She kept quiet. And mom used to do carryover beats, guys.
What are carryover beats?
So you say if you misbehave with my mom, you know, she'd act as if she's not going to hit you, right? And you'd go to bed.
So you think you got away with it?
And you'd think, whew, I got away with it. Then at 3 in the morning, you know, when it's really nice and you're cruising to sleep, you just be woken up with such insatious pain. It would be literally like a boom. So I was expecting that. I was expecting carryover beats. I was like, you know what? So I slept with one eye open. Nothing happened. We get to the morning, still nothing has happened. I'm thinking, is this woman okay? But now what she was doing every time she saw me, guys, I should start singing. Kodendejejema nema tambudziko vana kani vana munogumbura.
Oh yeah, guys, I've heard that song. I've heard that song too.
You know, so this went on for a while, and then I decided, you know what, this is not it. So I decided to give my mom the peace of mind she required. I had to do the right thing and go to the owner of this pregnancy. I did. So I went to live with my mother-in-law and my husband's family. And bear in mind, I was very young, so they were very good to me. They didn't even see me like a daughter-in-law. They just saw me like a teenager who's come to live. And they were very patient with me, because some of the things, guys, I went to live with them. I didn't go back to my stepmother's house, and my stepmother's house opened she's the owner of Quiet as we speak, because all she did was gossip about me and tell the whole neighborhood how much of a slut I was. But I'm here now, so that's what happened. I was pregnant at 16, and my mom almost killed herself, and she became an opera singer.
And of course, subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's the one. And bye, guys.